Okay, just sort of a final question here. Group 11. It's a company that is looking at using ISR mining for copper or gold projects in the U.S. Can you provide an update on Group 11 Technologies, of which I believe Encore has a partial ownership in?
Yeah, I'll take a first crack at that. We've got a 40% interest. It's not to be funded anymore by the current shareholders. It'll remain private as long as it's in the research and development phase. Funding to come from private, primarily U.S. sources, primarily non-mining sources. It's really a high-tech company. It's not really a mining company. It just happens to be related to metals. They did recently announce that they've picked up their first agreement with GFG Gold in terms of the Rattlesnake project in Wyoming. And obviously, being in Wyoming was a key factor there, in that the regulators are quite familiar with ISL. And in fact, some of the principals of the company are known individually to them. And when we were looking at that at Group 11, it was clearly a motivating factor, in that who knows how long it would take to educate and work with regulators that aren't familiar with ISL, even if they're in pro-mining in a jurisdiction. So that was key. Also key is the size of the project, the number of different rock types that the gold occurs in, the number of different forms that the gold occurs in. It really is an ideal research laboratory for Group 11 to move forward with a number of leach tests and permeability induction studies and that sort of thing. So, it really is a wild card. It's a basically for Encore, it's a call option. We don't intend to put any additional funding in, but we think it's much like the in situ uranium was. Before it was done, everyone said it couldn't be done, and the only way you can make sure you don't win the lottery is don't buy a ticket. So we're optimistic, but realize that it's going to be 3 to 4 years probably before you really get any meaningful breakthrough. And but if it does, it could revolutionize the mining industry. And a side benefit to Encore, of course, is the look and study of using that lixiviant for uranium deposits that are trend ore or primary ore that previously have not been leachable. And there's quite a bit of enthusiasm on that front as well. So, that's what long-term. Stay tuned. Could be a game changer, but we're going to go about our daily business here at Encore and concentrate on the Texas ISL or ISR assets and go that route.